This is Euro Maestro. We're broadcasting live on YouTube from the Canal in Paris. You can see the boats going by. This beautiful, it's a Tuesday afternoon. Blue skies, not much clouds, warm weather. And we're going around this park a little bit. I was just live stream on Periscope. We saw these muddy bicycles, super muddy. Don't know what that's about. So welcome back. I see people joining back in. Good to see you guys. Don't forget to hit that like button on YouTube. Shirley Dutchie's here. Hugs, Shirley. We're on the canal here in Paris. We got some joggers, some cyclists, some people on boats enjoying this lazy, hazy, crazy afternoon. I think those people didn't want to be filmed, maybe. All right. So let's climb up this walkway here. Thanks for the likes, by the way. Appreciate that. I don't know if you can hear that music, but there's a stadium over here that's playing some music. I think they're doing a rehearsal for a concert, and it's really loud. Really loud. Hello from Florida, Mark Hoffman. Well, hello, Florida. By the way, we have a helical staircase here. Those are always fun. Helical staircase, or we can take a more traditional staircase. A helical one, or a regular staircase. Can't hear the music much. Yeah, it's kind of far away. And I'm wearing headsets, so you probably can't hear it. As we get a little closer, you might hear it. So many stairs. Yeah, there's quite a few stairs. That gives us a little height, though. There's 2 levels, actually. Always hit the like button first before comments. Yay, it's all clear. Yay. So I'm glad it's clear again. Looks really clear. So red. Yeah, this is, as you can see, very red. If you're into red, you're going to like this. And as we get a little higher, we can see the concert hall behind us. There's a concert hall. Oh, it gets so pretty there. I want to visit so bad. Well, come visit. So we got a bridge here that overlooks the canal. You still can't hear the music? If I switched mics, you could definitely hear it. You know you love blue, but this red is hot. That is true. It is a very, very hot red. So anyways, we're up a level. And so we're going to cross over the canal and go to the other side of the river, other side of the canal. And like I said before, this canal has locks in it. Here you can see the lawn. You can see part of the park. If you walked on a canal, how far to the Seine River? From here? It's not far. Maybe like a couple kilometers. You think about how much canals have changed our lives and civilizations, particularly 2 canals in the 19th century that were ultimately proved to be incredibly important for the entire world, and that being the Panama Canal and the Suez Canal, which saved us from having to go all the way around South America and the continent of Africa, respectively. So it cut out a lot of distance, incredible amount of distance in travel for boats, having to circumnavigate the world. You know, when Magellan's crew circumnavigated, they didn't have any of those canals. So they had to go all the way around, both Africa and South America. As you can see, we got a lot of trees, and I love trees. So it's a really pretty park. Lots of red everywhere, if you're into red. And we got the blue sky and the red buildings. That's kind of a nice contrast there, or at least a stark contrast. You can see there's multiple levels. We can either keep going further down, or we can get off at this level. So we're going to get off at this level, and we'll go down later. But let's get back to the trees and the grass for a minute. Go take a closer look at that dome that we looked at earlier. The colors are fabulous. Yeah, the sun is coming through the trees, the foliage there. It looks really nice. So this would be great for photographers. You get all kinds of interesting lighting at this time of day. Interesting shadows. And you get to listen to the concert for free as they do their rehearsals. If you're a huge fan of the band, that's probably a big effort. There's blue. We had red, and now we got a blue building. The same sort of pastel-like colors. You always forget about the time change. Here we got the time change coming up. Is it this month? Yeah, I guess it's this month, right? The end of this month. So I think we have it a couple weeks before you guys now. We used to change at the same time. Then the U.S. decided to extend it in the autumn and in the springtime, apparently to help out the oil companies sell more oil. Get a bunch of shirtless people over here. You shouldn't have to go to work so I could keep watching this. It's so soothing. Yeah, it is really nice. That's one of the reasons I like coming to the park. It's very soothing. And in just a minute, as we come around this bend, we're going to see that geodesic dome that we talked about earlier up close. Look at that. You can see it's completely reflective. There's people out here playing music. Hey, Euro. Hey, Jed. Jed B. Is that Jed Bush? Presidential candidate? So that reflective dome is pretty cool. No. So they got some interesting music being played here. So you can see the blue sky inside the dome since it's reflective. It looks totally cool. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. Go stand in front of it. That's where we're going. What is the name of this park? It's called Villette. Parc de la Villette. C'est bien. Bravo! Isn't that good music? So we're gonna go stand in front of this dome. You hear the music. The rhythm of the Casanova. Look how it sort of blends in with the sky there. As you get close, you can see the actual pyramid patterns in the dome. Now what do we have over here? We got a submarine. This place is just full of unusual things. We got a planetarium, science museum in this building over here. We got some great discovery areas for kids in there. And then over here we have a museum. A museum. Well, it is a museum, but we have a submarine. Not a yellow submarine, but a black submarine. Let's get our doors. We're going to take a closer look at the submarine. There's a submarine. You can see the entrance there. Okay, it's got the red doors. Okay, staircase over the canal. You can see the big rotors there. The giant dome. So you can see the dome is huge, which it has to be huge because it supports a giant IMAX theater. So you can watch films in 3D screen, several stories tall. So that's the park, one of many parks in Paris where you can hang out in the green space and picnic and relax. Is that suspended over the canal? A little bit. It's mostly over land. You see here, look, it's mostly over land. There's a little tiny bit over the canal. But mostly it's just next to the canal. But they have it with an entrance to the museum, so you can go into the museum. You can see there's offices down there. Some kind of office. So the best thing for us to do, if we could do it, is take one of these boats. What is the pinging? I'm not sure. Here's one of these cruises. Somebody asked about cruises. We saw the smaller boats earlier, but here's a bigger boat going by, which is one of the many cruises that go up and down the river and the canal. I think you might have a hard time seeing it because of the sun, but when it goes past us, you should be able to see it just fine. See people on the upper deck, and of course the French and European flags, which is what you're going to see on the back of boats here. European boats will have the European flag plus the state flag. We got the UK still planning on leaving Europe within the next few months, a little over 5 months now. Still no deal as we speak, but there's some buzz, there's some rumors that they may be getting closer to a deal, closer to a legal and political arrangement, an economic arrangement, and it may be based on free trade, Canada plus plus plus. Nice to see you again, says Rita. Nice to see you. People you can see bring their little kids here. It's great for the boats. I am so thirsty. Let's go take a look at the slides. Oh, look at this. Look at this little dock we've got here. What is this all about? You see that little floating dock? There's a little, I don't know what else you would call it except a floating dock. Kind of like a pontoon boat. I think it's like a, yeah, it says it's a floating structure. I say it's not long enough to be an actual bridge, but I guess it's a way to transport people if you need to transport people. Or if you need to have a little event, you want to have a little party on the river, you could have a little party right there on the river. Again, everything is red, red, red. And here's an amazing slide. Let's go take a look at this slide. It's pretty impressive. Ooh. You want to move to Paris? Move. Oh, look, somebody just came down the slide. So these slides are so much fun if you've never been on one of them because, first of all, it's a covered slide, as you can see. See that? So you actually have to climb up there. There's like rope bridges and stuff. So it's a little bit of a challenge. It's not just steps and ladders. You want to get to the top of the slide, you got to work out. And then it's a covered slide. Yeah, this is one I would say pretty much is for kids only. But look how cool it is. Then you come all the way down here, whoop, and you can see the kids playing. So it's a pretty fun slide. Ooh. Pretty fun slide. I tell you, kids in Paris are kind of lucky because we have really built a lot of things I've noticed for kids. Different rides and amusement parks and Ferris wheels and carousels, and there's really lots of little activities, trampoline parks, circuses, and a lot of those marionette theaters, you know, the puppet theaters. So lots of stuff for kids. Here's one right here. A little circus. We've got a couple of permanent circuses in Paris and seasonal circuses. Although, circuses are kind of controversial. I actually scoped a circus, when was this? 2 or 3 years ago on Periscope. Has longer delay than Periscope. Yeah, that's true for the chat. So I did a live stream of a circus have to tell you, some people were a little upset. They were like, Euro, how dare you scope a circus? You can't be encouraging these people. So some people were a little offended by the whole idea of a circus. And Ringling Brothers try to accommodate some of the concerns people have about circus with animals. And they got rid of the elephants in their circus. And as soon as they got rid of the elephants, they had to close down within about a year afterwards. Because guess what? People didn't want to go to the circus. There wasn't going to be the elephants and all those majestic animals. So Ringling Brothers, which had been around, I don't know, 150 years, 180 years, some really long time, had to close down. Yeah, some people object to using animals in the circus. You know, Siegfried and Roy used to use their animals, their tigers and lions and whatever, in an act in Las Vegas. Anyways, this canal goes on forever in that direction. So I think we're gonna end the scope here. You see some people sunbathing over there, taking off their clothes, most of their clothes, and just sunbathing. Why not on this beautiful day? Getting a little bit of a tan. Thank you guys for joining me. Don't forget to hit the like button if you like this scope, to subscribe to the channel. And before you leave, if you want, you can hit that $sign down there. It's a super chat. You can leave €1, you can leave €2, you can leave €5, you can leave $1, $2, $5, and it goes towards the cost of these various live streams that I do. So if you want to help out, you can do that. If you don't, you don't have to. It's totally optional. Thank you guys. Have a great day. I am super thirsty. My mouth is so dry. So I'm going to go buy a nice big bottle of water. Should have brought a bottle of water with me. I didn't realize how quickly I would dehydrate. You know, it's a little deceptive when it's not a hot day. Like today's not really a hot day. It's just a warm day. You can get dehydrated pretty fast because you're not really thinking about it like you are on a hot day. So that's where I am right now. All right. Thank you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.